Pew 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 pew. Nailed it. Hello and welcome back to Captain Crash Gaming. This is Captain Cash 117, and today I am bringing you a Master Legendary Lost Sector in the K1 Communion on the Moon. Now this is just a harder version of the Lost Sectors that you can find on every single planet, and it rotates every week which one you can choose to do either on Legendary or Master. And of course, there are exclusive exotics that you get only from doing the Legend and Master version. And on the Master version, it increases your odds of getting the exotic to drop. Now, pretty much what makes it harder is that the light level is super high, and there's just an absurd amount of champions in there. And champions can be a little bit difficult to handle if you're not prepared for them. Now, in my opinion, this one, the K1 Communion on the Moon, it is one of the easier ones to do, if you ask me. Some of the other ones can be kind of tough. This one, there's a lot of stuff that you can hide behind and a lot of cover. You know, you can go whichever way you want. And then, so there are achievements, or triumphs, as you would, for every single Lost Sector on the Legendary mode to do it without dying, and on Master difficulty, and as well as do it on Legendary and Master without, just by yourself, solo. And you want to do it solo anyways, because that's the only way to get the exotic to drop. That's a very important thing. Make sure you're doing them solo. And this is a little guide on how to do them. And this one is K1 Communion on the Moon, like I said. It starts off immediately into this room. You saw me kill a Overload champion, and then there's this Barrier champion as well as a lot of just bad guys. So there's the Overload and there's the Barrier champions. Yeah, you just kind of kill them. They're the hard part, really, in this first part of the room. But you can just stay up here on the top. I'm using Hung Jury Scout Rifle with the anti-barrier Scout Rifles to kill this guy, and then as well as Le Monarch, because it's just good against overloads. And I like it. I like the little explosion that it gives off. A lot of times with the barrier champions or whatever, there's just a lot of the little dudes around, and the explosion that it gives off is usually enough to kind of kill the little guys that are around it. It kind of helps out a lot. Yeah. And for the heavy, I use the sword, but you can use whatever heavy you want. Rocket launchers are pretty good. Linears are also pretty good. For the most part, I do most of the work just with Le Monarch itself. And now as you progress along, you're going to come to this little ledge here. And you kind of want to stay at the top here, kill these guys. There is an Overload. And if you can catch the Overload before he gets too far away from you, right there, he'll kind of just stand there and let you kill him. As long as you get him before he runs into that back hallway over there, he'll just kind of stand there. And you can use the floor here to protect yourself. Because he's going to shoot at you, but he just kind of stands there. I'll just shoot him with my bow, and there he is. And now the next part of the encounter doesn't start until you drop down. So you got to drop down, and I recommend jumping back up, because it's a nice little safe area where you can just kill some bad guys and stay there. And here you're going to have 2 barrier champions that spawn. After you kill one, then the other one spawns. And if you're trying to do this flawlessly for the triumph, there's snipers in the back that you just watched me kill them. They're kind of pesky, and I recommend taking them out first. But yeah, other than that, this room just has a bunch of snipers, which are a pain, and then 2 of the barrier champions, but they come one after another. So once you kill this one, then the other one spawns. And a cool trick for them is you shoot them until their bubble goes up, and then you can shoot them a bunch. And then when they teleport, it's not like that. He just teleported. Not too long after that, he's going to use the bubble. So it's easy to time it out. Just as soon as he teleports, light him up, and then he teleports. Pull out your anti-barrier, and then yeah, get him so that you don't, he doesn't sit there and keep healing, which it gets kind of annoying. But there's one down, and then the other one doesn't spawn actually until after a bunch of these extra dudes are killed. So, yeah, eventually you'll have to drop down. It's fine. Just drop down, get ready to kill some stuff. And eventually the next champion will show up, along with a bunch more bad guys. Just use the cover you have at the bottom, kill all the little guys, and then try to take care of the champion. The champion's pretty straightforward. He stays kind of in the back, doesn't move towards you at all. So just take him down, make sure he doesn't have his shield out. And when he doesn't have his shield out, you can kill all the little guys. Just kill all the little guys first, and then concentrate on him. I'm actually just going to use Thunder Crash, I think, here, and just end him. But yeah, I mean, you could just stay in the back and shoot him too. And then once they're done, you're going to go ahead and move into this next room. And then this one, you're going to have some invisible dudes. And then there's also going to be a overload that comes through that door that I'm looking at right there. There he is. Yeah, so an overload and then a bunch of guys come through and just finish them off pretty quickly. So you can see why I like using Luminar, because the explosion kills those little guys, and I don't have to worry about hitting them. I can just keep concentrating on the overload, and then then I don't. It kills all the dudes for me. So in this run, for some reason, the second overload champion's just like right there in the doorway. It doesn't always happen. Usually he's backing around the corner there, so just be ready for that. He may or may not be in this little alcove door right here along the way that you need to go. But if he is, no big deal, just kill him right there. And once he's dead, you can go ahead and proceed into the next room, where there'll just be a few just some bad guys that spawn, these little sword guys, and then over on the left should be some dregs. Yeah, there they are. Kill those guys, and then proceed into the boss room, which is also like the longest part of this. But the boss room is basically just a bunch of little dudes. I believe 2 overload captains. There's one I just killed with a Thunder Crash right there, and I believe there's another one. And once you've cleared the room of the 2 overload champions, then I believe the other stuff starts to spawn. So you have to kill these little dudes, and then once all the little dudes are killed, or enough of the little dudes are killed anyways, then the next wave will spawn. And there he is. There's the overload. Unfortunately, I have to sit here and kill some of these other guys first. Otherwise, they'll kill me. But yeah, you just run around killing everything. just like all of these, the key is to just take it slow. Just go stay in this little back room where it's really hard for them to hit you, and then just take some guys out here and there where you can. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward here a little bit until the next wave, because it kind of does take me a little bit to just clear out the room of all of these bad guys, what with the overload, trying to beat me up the whole time and all of that. So here I am, just fast forwarding through, and here in a second you'll actually see the next wave. So once a bunch of stuff is killed, some little shanks will appear, as well as a big shank that's got a solar shield, and those little sniper shanks that I just sniped right there. And there's the big one with the solar shield. These are not too hard to kill. Just do it, and then you'll be good to go. And the next wave spawns. The room gets all like dark, but it starts right after you kill that shank with the solar shield. And then the big boss is going to show up. There he is, boss guy. He kind of stays over there on that side for a little bit, and then after he takes a little bit of damage, he starts chasing after you. So staying near that alcove that's behind us is really good. He won't chase you in there if you're having problems with him, not getting too close to you. But otherwise, he's pretty straightforward. He just runs in a circle around the map, shooting at you. He's pretty beefy, and you just gotta damage him. He's pretty easy. But once he's dead, actually, I think even at the same time, a barrier champion spawns on the other side directly across. As like a barrier champion, and then some shanks and whatever other bad guys that he's got out there. So just watch out for those. You got the big boss and the barrier, and then once you kill the first barrier champion, a second one will come afterwards. So watch out. There is 2 barrier champions, but they kind of stay on the other side from here. So if you stay over near the entrance, you should be okay. But as you can kind of see, is I kind of use this box on the far side over here, hide behind it, and just try to take out little guys where you can. Killing the boss is big because the boss kind of like lights you up from the other side. I'm about to try to kill him though. Bam! Yeah, so there's the boss is dead. Now you can just book it and grab the chest up on the ledge, and it'll end the encounter, and it'll give you a drop. But you get increased better drops if you have all of the champions killed. So I'm gonna sit here and kill these champions because it's gonna give me better odds at getting the exotic to drop. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure we kill every single thing. Out here we've got this barrier champion. He's the last guy, and then once he's dead, it's just kind of clean up of oh, that was the first one. I thought it was the second one. Yeah, but after you kill the first one, I thought I already killed the first one. There might be three. Yeah, there might be three. But anyways, yeah, once you thunder crash and kill the last one, then oh yeah, there is like a bunch of explodey shanks that show up out of nowhere after you kill the last the last champion. But yeah, there it is, guys. That's the end of that one. Let me know if you guys like this video. Comment if you anything you want to see. Hit that like and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Thanks for watching.